Smith dinner provides a rare opportunity to set aside partisanship.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Elliott. Mary Catherine, it's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now I'm trying to record my speech for tonight's dinner.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I simmer them like that. But that's gross.
So tell me something. I'm giving a speech. Do you have some thoughts about what I might say tonight?
My feelings about what you should say tonight would be best expressed in a monologue from one of my favorite made-for-TV series.
Okay, let's hear it.
Don't you see, man? We need a woman to represent us. A woman brings more heart, more compassion. And think how smart she must be to become a top contender in a field dominated by men. It's time for a woman, bro. And with this woman, we can fly.
What series was that from?
Oh, that's from House of Dragons, now streaming on HBO Max.
Yeah, my microphone's working. I was just speechless. Quick question. What the fuck was that? Kamala, you suck. What in the hell was that? Let me give you a little context, I guess. So the other day, there was this thing, I never heard of it until now. It is called the Al Smith dinner. It's a big deal for Catholics. It's in New York City. All the heads of state, Trump was there, Schumer's filthy ass, Clinton, all kinds of politicians are there, celebrities. Jim Gaffigan lit up the left. He's a comedian. I don't know if you know who he is, but he tore into him, talked shit about Kamala, the Democratic Party. Trump was hilarious. But Kamala wasn't there. And the last presidential candidate to snub the Al Smith dinner and not show up was, hold on, is it Richard? Hold on, I always want to call him Walter Mondale. So let's see. I think it was Richard. For some reason, I want to say the wrong one. Yeah, Richard Mondale. Why do I want to call him Walter? But Richard Mondale was the last presidential candidate to not show up to the Al Smith dinner, and Reagan stomped the shit out of him. I think he lost 49 out of the 50 states. It was real bad. But Kamala didn't show up. And what do you think her reason was? Let me hear it. She had a rally. That's a good one. She had a speech to give somewhere. That's a good one. She was on a podcast. Well, I don't know. It could be all of those. It could be none, because her answer was, I'm busy. You hear that, Catholics? This is a huge deal to the Catholic Church. The Cardinal was there. She couldn't make it. She was busy. But she wasn't too busy to record some unfunny, cringe bullshit with old-ass Molly Shannon. She looked like an older woman who was trying to spice up her marriage by dressing up like a schoolgirl for her husband. That shit was terrible. Who's in charge? Who's Kamala's PR? It's like some young girl who graduated college and has upspeak and talks like this and believes she's non-binary. Who is in charge? Either you work for Trump secretly, either you're the guy in Willy Wonka who they thought was Oslo Slugworth, and he turned out to work for Willy Wonka to see which one of those little bastards would give him candy, who would give him the secret recipe. Either her PR team works for Trump undercover, or they are inept because you keep setting her up for failure. You sent her to Fox. I guess it was a good thought, but that turned out to be a train wreck wrapped in a shitty diaper. You sent her over to that Call Her Daddy podcast. Now you tell her she should miss the Al Smith dinner? I mean, it would have been terrible. There would have had to have been a teleprompter. It would have been great content for me. I'm glad she didn't go because that shoots her in the foot with the Catholics. Or it should, because she basically gave you the middle finger. She's busy. I got something else to do. I got to wash my hair. I got to wash some greens in the bathtub. Would you eat somebody's greens that was made in the bathtub? Do you know what kind of stuff that drain, that catch in the drain, you know, it gets all the hair in the toenails, in the ass flakes and jizz and whatever else you're putting in your damn bathtub? She's going to wash your food in it? But she had something else to do, something more important to do is my point. She had something more important to do. Maybe she hadn't pegged Doug in a long time, and it was time to give him the business. Maybe she was sneaking around following Doug because, you know, he has a thing for the nanny, so maybe she's insecure, thinks he's cheating. I don't know what she was doing, but she wasn't at the damn Al Smith dinner, so Catholics, what you gonna do? But that video was terrible. What the fuck? Why did they do that? And Molly Shannon, she was on SNL back in the day. That was an SNL character. I mean, I don't really give a shit about her. But when you see another celebrity do that, you're like, damn, another one? Another one's pushing this commie propaganda bullshit? Another Hollywood celebrity is supporting this inserted puppet? There's a reason they put Kamala in there. Sloppy Joe wasn't going to live long enough. Kamala, she just turned 60 today. So she has plenty more years to be told what to do and whose ass to kiss and which group to have a certain accent in front of. She's an empty shell of a human being. I don't know what in the hell that was. Why did they do that? Who thought that was going to be a good idea? Why did they tell Kamala to do this?
Set aside partisanship.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Elliott. Mary Catherine, it's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now, I'm trying to record my speech for tonight's dinner.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I simmer them like that.
Hey,
so tell me,
when Kamala gets nervous, you should see where she sticks her fingers. It's worse than your armpits.
My feelings about what you should say tonight would be best expressed in a monologue from one of my favorite made-for-TV series.
Oh,
okay, let's hear it.
Woman,
Don't
you
you
look
see, man?
She
we need a
sallow.
woman to represent us. A woman brings more heart, more compassion. And think how smart she must be to become a top contender in a field dominated by men. It's time for a woman, bro. And with
how smart she is to get into a field dominated by men. She didn't get into the field. She removed one of the men. She usurped one of the men. She cheated one of the men. They showed up to Sloppy Joe's house in the middle of the night and put a burlap sack over his fucking head and threw him into a van with no windows. You kidnapped Sloppy Joe. She didn't make it there. She wasn't making her way downtown, walking fast, faces passing. She was homebound. She didn't get there on her own merit. They kidnapped Sloppy Joe. He's on the back of a milk carton right now. In a field dominated by men. Well, then tell some qualified women to get their ass in that field. There aren't goalies keeping women out of politics, you dumb, dried up turd. She looks like one of those Mylar balloons you get at the grocery store at the last minute because you're on your way to the birthday party and you got to get a gift card, and one of those balloons that says happy birthday that's shaped like a football because it's a little boy's party. Well, you know, when you get those balloons about 2 days later, that thing's not up to the ceiling anymore. It's about 6 feet off the ground, and it's not so tight. Getting kind of sucked in, saggy. That's what she looks like. My goodness. Stop doing this character, Molly Shannon.
What series was that from?
Oh, that's from House of Dragons, now streaming on HBO Max.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was bad. And you know what? We're, let's see, 16 days away as I record this. 16 days away from the presidential election. And that's what they did. What do you think they're going to do when we're 1 week away? You think you've seen the worst? You think you've seen the cringiest of the cringe? You've seen nothing yet. You've seen nothing. It's going to get worse, and I'll be right here to try and make it through this weird, uncomfortable shit with you. Now, if you like what you heard, make sure you give me a follow across all social media platforms. At JG Talk 2 on Instagram, at Green_Jericho on X. Like and subscribe to my new channel, Green's House. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, take care of it right now. Pull that finger out of wherever it is, let it hover over subscribe, boop, and reinsert your finger. It's that simple. Doesn't take a lot of time. But you know how it goes. Oh, man, this shit was bad. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me.